Today we are at a Travertine Aqueduct. It's about 4 kilometres northwest of Garraf in Granada province, and it's one of the highlights of the Granada Geopark. About 216,000 years ago, a hot spring emerged from a hill about 1 kilometre up the valley in that direction. The water was at a temperature of 35 degrees centigrade. That's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The water comes from an underground reservoir under the Sierra de Baza. It's about 800 metres below the surface of the earth, and it's in an area of hydrothermal activity. The temperature of the water there is about 56 degrees centigrade. The water reaches the surface through a series of fissures and faults, and on its way it dissolves the calcium in the rock. By the time it reaches the surface, it's a concentrated solution of calcium carbonate. The travertine is covered by a thick layer of plants that can all stand the constant humidity, the excess water and the alkaline conditions. One of those plants, Limonium alicanense, is unique, or was thought to be unique, to this travertine. That is until late on in the 20th century, when another example was found near Alicante. And if I find one of these rare and exotic plants, we'll show you a photograph. Over the centuries, the calcium carbonate formed a ridge that's in places 4 metres thick and 15 metres high. Man and nature have combined to create these tunnels through the travertine, and inside you can see the internal structure and also get very wet. As it flows along, the water chooses the path of least resistance, downhill. The calcium carbonate in the water precipitates out and makes this channel. The colours that you can see in there, the yellows and greens, they come from the metallic minerals that are also dissolved in the water. The copper gives it a greeny colour, and the yellowy colour comes from iron. About 3,500 years BC, Neolithic people arrived in this area and they discovered this hot spring, and it must have awed them. But they saw an opportunity and they put a channel from the side of the main travertine down to their encampment with a little sluice gate at the top. The tribe that occupied this area, Alcondolatores, must have been the only Neolithic tribe to have hot and cold running water. It wasn't until the 20th century that modern humans improved on the Neolithic hot water system, and they built a spa where you can enjoy the mineralised waters today, but only during the summer. We promised you a photograph of Limonium alicanense if we found one. Well, running on the side of the aqueduct we found this specimen. It should produce a flower about May. Finally, a couple of words of warning. One of the tunnels through the aqueduct used to be sealed off with an iron gate that is now propped up alongside the opening. The tunnel ends abruptly at the top of a 50-metre high cliff, so keep control of dogs and children. Whilst filming this video, Julie slipped on the wet limestone and broke her wrist, despite wearing good boots and carrying a walking stick. So care is essential if you do this walk.